So we call this project the Pool Cabana, and it looks more like an amphitheater than it actually does a pool shed or a deck or a bar. I don't even know what it's going to be. But either way, we have to tackle this today. We're teaming up with Tint, so we're exclusively using their paint for this project, which I'm very excited about, and I'm very confident in the process that we've got in place to make this thing look pretty amazing. So it's a completely new construction. We got VJ lining throughout the interior. We've got a black butt ceiling that we're gonna have to tape up. So we'll walk you through now the whole process. The old man's already gotten in, got it done with the sander. It's already filled, and we're about to sand back some of those patches as well. And then we'll show you through the gapping process, how we're gonna tape up, and then airless spraying some tint product, which is the only way that I'd ever tackle this if we want this done before the new year. So keep in mind, we're DIYers, we are not contractors. So if you want to leave any comments to give us some advice, if I totally do something wrong, absolutely blast me. Let's do it. So where the old man's using the Sedal Builder's Bog.
And definitely using it the wrong way.
That's all right.
Please give me some tips. Lay it on reasonably liberally, because my Merca sander will rip it straight off.
Update, we've gone through and we've filled everything. We use the Sedal Builder's Bog for all the main nail holes and all the VJ panels. And then I use the Sedal Lightspeed filler just to get around all the window trim, some of those harder to get areas. So now we're going to zip around with the Merca Deros. We're going to sand all these patches with 180 grit. We're going to smooth them off nicely, and you'll see this footage of the Deros just absolutely killing those patches. That's what it does best in the 5mm orbit. It's probably the most laborious process of the project, all of our sanding, gapping, filling. But when we spray all this out, it's going to be so worth it. And the amount of time that goes into prep is nowhere near as much time as it's going to go into actually applying the paint. So I'm pretty excited to get around to the next part of the project. Let's do it. Deros 5mm. Weapon of choice, random orbital. We've got running the Iridium P120 here. We're just going to be sanding patches on the trim. And what's so good about Iridium, comes in a 100 pack as opposed to a 50 with the Abranet Ace. And it's an aluminium oxide compound. It is a paperback abrasive, but it's got an electrostatic coating, so it actually repels dust. So while it's not a proper net system, you're still getting the same level of extraction, or very close to the Abranet Ace. And it doesn't fray around the edges like the Abranet Ace does on some timber. So this is a weapon of choice. What do you think about Nerf so far?
Awesome product.
Love it?
Love it.
You gonna marry it?
I think I will marry it.
Merca Iridium lasts 10 times longer than your standard paperback abrasives. It's definitely not the cheapest on the market, but you get what you pay for in scratch pattern, as well as durability and longevity. How to load up a paper and film dispensing gun to mask up with paper and tape, surprisingly. So this is our iQuip hand masker. It is super handy, pardon the pun. But if you want to mask up fast like I'm doing here with these steps, because I'm just about to spray out the fascia and the ceiling here, so I don't want to get any overspray or any fallout from the material onto our nicely sanded deck. I'm going to show you how to load up one of these guns. So the way that these work is you've got a tape cartridge here that loads on the side. It's got a little wheel there that spins, so obviously when you're pulling it across, that tape is going to easily feed out. We've got a little ball bearing here that feeds the tape through. We've also got a slot there as well, which will fit either your paper or your film. So this will take up to a 2700mm drop plastic film, and it takes 288mm craft paper as well. So because it's an iQuip hand masker, it's compatible with all of iQuip's preparation gear, which we highly recommend. Whether you're a DIYer or you're a contractor, the quality is right and the price is right. So you can grab it from our online store as well. Go in.com.au using iQuip 36mm Embo tape, which has got awesome weather resistance, provides nice clean lines. It's fairly low tack, so it's pretty awesome for a wide range of applications, especially timber work. So I'm just going to roll out this tape now quickly. So I'm a bit shaky because I need some more water because it's hot. I'm going to pop our film onto this section, not our film, geez, what am I saying? We're going to pop the tape onto the little cartridge holder here. And what we do is we grab the end of the tape and we feed it through that ball bearing there. What we want is for it to feed out nicely like so. So I always just wait for a second there, then I lift this little catch up on the side, and what we're going to do is we're going to feed in our paper in the direction that the paper is going to come out, and that'll just slot on. So last step is feed our tape onto the actual paper there, tack it on nicely, so when I then pull through, so I get this little, once I pull that through, what we should have here is a clean, there we go, clean application. Then I'm ready to go. So we're going to run perimeter tape around this really skinny skirting board, and Painting by Josh taught me this little trick. It's about 1 mil just off the bottom of the skirting board. I'm going to tack the paper to, and then that way when we're actually spraying out the bottom of the skirt, the pressure from the spray is not going to blow my paper up, and we're going to get overspray on our nice timber deck underneath. So I want to go through and do this very slowly because I'm not fast at taping yet. Yeah, I'll show you the process. So here we have our Sidal All Weather Flex. We've got 2 main gap fillers in our range. We're in the Sidal range. We've got Fill and Paint, and then we have All Weather Flex. Both are awesome and rated for interior and exterior, and we've used it a fair bit now on some of our exterior projects, even just Fill and Paint, and it's done the trick. The gaps haven't cracked. It's really awesome to apply, it's smooth to finish off with. We find when we go head to head against other ranges like your polyfiller range, it just doesn't fall and drip as much as those other gap fillers do. So the All Weather Flex we're using on this particular project because it has a higher percentage flex rating, because this is a new build. We thought we'd go premium from the start. It's not much more expensive per tube than Fill and Paint, but we'd rather use the good stuff on a job when the boss is paying for it. So let's go and do this thing.